Hey everybody, this is my week 28 video. I'm a little late doing it. Actually 2 weeks late doing it. I'm 30 weeks and 4 days today, but I did write everything down, and it was an important week, so I want to go over everything. I had my doctor's appointment. First thing, my blood pressure was a little high, 136/78, and I don't have a lot of confidence that they're even taking it properly. Just because I went to my regular doctor today, my regular doctor took it, and it was 120/70, which is perfectly normal. That's always where I've been. And they always seem to have a hard time at the OB's office taking the blood pressure. Like, she took it first. It was like, oh, wait, that's high. Let me try again. I don't know. Don't know if they're, more inexperienced, or, like, maybe they have a smaller cuff. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm not too concerned with my blood pressure. There was a little bit of protein and sugar in my urine again. The doctor had a hard time finding the heartbeat again. And I think it's just the way he was. I think he was probably flipped over or something. He looked, and I don't know if he ever even got it, but he was scheduling an ultrasound anyway because he wanted a 28-week ultrasound just to kind of measure where he's at. So I don't think he was very concerned either. And I wasn't, because I felt him move, and he's moving like crazy. So, I wasn't concerned at all. I am going to appointments every 2 weeks now because I'm in the 3rd trimester, so he's moved it up to every 2 weeks. Weight, I know I haven't discussed my weight in a long time. I'm up 7 pounds from my initial weight, which I'm fairly happy with. I actually, I'm really proud of myself for not gaining. I'm positive that 7 pounds is baby and placenta and amniotic fluid. So, I know I haven't gained any actual weight, which I'm really happy and proud of myself, because I think that it's just more motivation for when this is all over, once I deliver, to, get right on track to lose weight. Because I think that, when I actually deliver, as long as everything continues to go good, I think I'll actually be down from my pre-pregnancy weight. So, that's a huge motivation as well. I had some pelvic cramping, and this hasn't happened since. It happened twice in week 28, where I have to think back now. It was a Saturday, and, I was getting cramps, kind of like period cramps, but not even as bad, on my right side and my lower right side. And I talked to the nurse about that, and she said it was probably either just like Braxton Hicks or just uterine stretching or whatever. But it was kind of like it lasted for a few hours, and that's why I kind of thought it was Braxton Hicks, because I would cramp, I'd go, it'd stop for a little while, come back. It wasn't anything too serious. I didn't have any other symptoms, so I wasn't overly concerned with it either. But they didn't seem too concerned with it. They did the ultrasound, and, everything was fine. It's, everything's always been fine with him, which I'm really thankful for. I've had a pretty easy pregnancy, so I'm, really happy that everything continues to go well. They estimated that he would be about 2 pounds and 15 ounces, which is right on where he should be. He's in the 57th percentile, which is almost right smack dab in the middle, which again is exactly where he should be. His heartbeat was 147 beats per minute, which they said was great. Still confirmed that it's a boy. I wanted her to check that, just to make sure, because you hear all these stories about people and the ultrasound tech getting it wrong. And so I just feel like if they reconfirm that every single time, which reminds me, I want to show you guys ultrasound pictures. Sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. I totally should have had them ready. But it just confirms that, the first one wasn't wrong. We did get a couple 3D images, and they're not great. My husband actually couldn't even tell or see the face, because you can really see the face really well. And he couldn't see it, and I had to kind of point out to him where it was. Once you find it, you see it. And I'll show you guys. I did also hear that if you have an anterior placenta, which I do, that it is harder to do the 3D, or they're not as clear, the 3D ultrasounds, plus on top of that, me being heavier, which never helps. But here's the first one. And see right here, where's my finger? Right here's the face. Right there. You see his little eyes, his nose, his mouth, and the other stuff's like an arm in there. There's another one, just a little bit different of an angle. Another one. He's so cute. And I know that I'm totally biased because he's my child, but I think he's the cutest baby I've ever seen. And then these are just some profile pictures. You know, nothing. It's pretty much what it's been. So that was really exciting. I always love to see him, and I love to feel him. It's just like as you go on even more longer in the pregnancy, we get to feel him, and you can actually tell that there's something there. I mean, it just gets so much more exciting. What else? Okay, so I went for my glucose test. And I already knew this would be a whole thing, and it was. I went, actually the same day I did the ultrasound, I went down, I drank the stuff, which I did not think was horrible at all. I had the orange. They didn't even give me an option. They give it to you. I don't know if that's all they have or whatever, but they poured it into a glass. I drank it. And I was in a wicked hurry because I wanted to go upstairs and get my ultrasound while I was waiting the hour because my husband came and he missed work and everything. So I wanted to allow him to get back as soon as possible. Plus, I did not want to sit at the hospital for a long time. So I just kind of slammed it down and ran upstairs to get my ultrasound and then came back. And I did fail it, surprise, surprise. Now, before they took a fasting fasting glucose because my doctor had ordered it. And it had actually gone down. My A1C was 6.1. It was 6.3 last time. So obviously I'm doing something a little right. But the glucose test came back after they did that, after the 1 hour. It came back at 201, which is failing. It has to be under 140. And you know what? I totally expected it to fail because I just noticed, testing my blood sugars and things like that, that as I go further on, my blood sugars are not bouncing back like they were, which I kind of expected with my family history of diabetes. But my normal overall blood sugars are fine as long as I'm eating healthy. So, to me, it was not that big a deal. Obviously, to my doctor, who argues me all the time about going to see an endocrinologist, it was. So, I got a call. Well, actually, I called that same day and asked them, if they'd got it back. They told me they had, that it was failing, that they wanted me to go for the 3 hour. I said, okay, I'll do that sometime this week and to leave an order at the desk. So, a couple days later, I get a call back that he doesn't want me to go for the 3 hour. He wants me to see an endocrinologist. That he also wants to put me on the iron supplement, which I finally gave into that and said, fine, I'll do that. I don't care. Which the iron supplement's making me sicker than heck, but I'll talk about that in the 29-week video. But he started arguing with me about the endocrinologist. I told her, I said, it was the nurse actually that called. I said, I'm not going to see an endocrinologist. I said, for those of you who don't know what an A1C is the history of the last 3 months of your blood sugars. And mine had gone down to 2 points plus my average, and they do like an average of what your blood glucose is on a day-to-day basis, was 128, which also had gone down from last time. And I told her, I said, obviously I can manage this on my own. It's not an issue. Well, that's pretty much all I heard about that. She said she would call me back if he wanted to do the 3 hour. And I never heard from her again until this week, which I'll talk about that in my 30-week video. So that's pretty much it for week 28. That's all I have written down. Sorry it took so long to get this posted, but I definitely wanted to do a separate 28-week video because so much went on. So I hope everybody's doing really well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.